Wednesday, everybody. Quick point of order before we dive in today. Sol is here just off cam, so I put Synarch's art up there and a little note so you guys know that they are here. But no Alyssa today. We love you. We'll miss you. We'll see you next week probably. Or next time. So cool. Let's dive in. I'm gonna give a very super quick recap of the training arc so far. We started out with Revelation. Really, her training arc was largely therapy with a little bit of combat mixed in. So that happened. The redemption arc continues for our paladin, our padlock here in the party. Synarch had a adventure in the library. These are very truncated notes. If you guys want to see the rest, you should see the other episodes starting from 71 for this arc specifically. Did a little heist / adventure in the library to learn more about Dirk. Nikita, who rolled a natural 1 on how her training would go. Unfortunately, fortunately got to spend her time practicing fighting the Knave Lord, or a simulation of the Knave Lord, I should say. A simulation of what Nikita and the rest of the party have observed of the Knave Lord in combat. Because again, the training statues that inhabit each of your training rooms have access to your collective experience. Why? Because I said so, and because this place is made of, God, kind of. So, that's always fun. And that happened, and gifts were given amongst the party members. Aurora has been on a little streak of making gifts for everyone, and so has Daiyu, for that matter, making gifts for other party members and other allies. Meanwhile, in the background of all of this, the party has separately, periodically observed what has been happening in the Amaria Wilds as they are currently existing in a different flow of time. They're spending 30 days in this castle that was supposedly built by Lapis, Ashspark, but out in the real world in regular time, only 30 seconds will be passing. And so the party has had the ability to peek into what has transpired in the time that has passed without the party present. Kazuhiko, Valdin, and Conathor have been holding off the Knave Lord and the Death Knights, protecting Morrigan in the party's absence. They are all higher level than the party, so they are managing to basically hold things down until the party appears again. And so today we will be focusing on Daiyu's training. And with that, Daiyu. Daiyu, what is your unique room in the castle like?
Ooh, Daiyu's room, I think the best way to put it is that it's like Rapunzel's tower from Tangled. Just a very simple, practical room. Has a bed, has a little like desk station where she will eventually get to like crafts and stuff like that for. Little wardrobe, little this, little that, a window that looks to like probably wherever this castle's nebulous space kind of exists. And then all of the walls she's been like painting and drawing on. Another funny reference would be like Solus's area in Dragon Age Inquisition as it gets filled over time with a ridiculous amount of painting. I think that's it. I think that is the whole room. Yeah.
Okay. And I can see it in my head so clearly. There's probably bunnies and moons all over the place. And there's all kinds of woodland creatures.
Yeah. At some point, it started drawing a party. And then at some point, it's like you can tell where it's like, oh, okay, well, I fucked this part up. Now I'm gonna paint over it, but I gotta wait for it to dry. So there's like. If you came in occasionally, there's like, what is that? And she'll be like, it's bougie. And you're like, that's not bougie. That's broccoli.
That's broccoli.
The vegetable. You know? Like, it's so it's like, we painted over, you know, trust the process. That kind of stuff. Cool figures. There's a weird stick figure. It will eventually become Sinark. Until then, it's a stick figure.
I love that. They're just like placeholders, little placeholders, or things that you started, messed up, and then like smudged really quick so that you couldn't tell what it was to hide your shame.
And then, yeah, and there's so much space. I think there's even like, you know, like the impulsive, like, what if I just splattered the paint like all over there, so it's like there's a whole wall of paint splatter.
Love that.
Or like here's a tiny smiley face in the corner.
Yeah,
like,
so
it's things like that.
It's Daiyu's brain thoughts all over the walls of this room. And you never seem to run out of paint, which is very convenient. It's nice. As you are in your room on a particular day, we'll say you left to go explore and came back. And upon entering your room in the first week of your time here, you see that the window in your room, which you are correct, it's like a nebulous space kind of scene beyond the window. You're not sure if that's the way it should look or if it looks that way because you expected it to look that way. But what you see is this large round window is open.
Can I like look out of it?
Yeah. You walk up to the window, and what you see is almost like glass steps leading up and out.
I think the first thing I do is I try to touch the steps, like I knock on it, like, you know, to make sure that it's sort of solid, because, you know, this has got to be an OSHA violation somewhere. And also, I don't want to like fall. I don't know what happens if you just decide to fall.
You're not sure?
I could find out. I have polymorph, but
you
like
could find out?
You get the. I'm just trying to, you know, just solid. It seems solid. Can if I like press on it really hard, With my 12 strength, it seems like it can hold up the rest of me, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you kind of stand in the little lip of the window where the glass normally sits in the frame, and you like do you know how people do in the pool when they like stick one foot out, one of those to tap on this little glass step, and it seems solid. It doesn't give way or wiggle in any way. It is stationary.
Is it see-through?
Yes.
Terrifying. Okay.
The light makes it
I'm
easy
gonna
to
stand.
see where they are. The ambient light in this space allows you to see where they are.
That's good. That's good.
It's very, if anybody here likes Revolutionary Girl Utna, it's very much those vibes.
Charmy, I think Charmy likes her.
It's a very good anime. It's very gay. Extremely gay. It's one of the OGs. But yeah, that's what you see. You see stairs leading up and away.
I'm gonna see. Normally, I wouldn't follow them without letting somebody know that mysterious stairs have appeared by my window. But I'm aware of. I should be aware by now that like we're doing training.
Yes.
This castle is weird. It does stuff.
Mhm.
So I'm just gonna let it happen. If the stairs choose to stop being solid, that's okay. I forgive the stairs, and if not, I'm just gonna follow them. They go up
Yeah.
only, right? Or do they
Yeah,
also go down?
they only go up, yeah.
All right, we go up then.
Yeah, once you step out onto the first step, now you can see where it leads. There is a platform. And it's not terribly far, so you walk up the stairs. You walk up to this platform, and you couldn't see it from the angle of where you stood in the castle, but it is, from below, it looks like white stone tiles connected to one another in a large, perfectly square shape. As you step up and get level with this, what you realize is, yeah, there's stone, but from above it is a pitch black waterfall pouring down from seemingly nowhere, and it looks like stars in the water. Pouring down onto this platform, and the water pools on the platform and falls down. But from a lower angle, the water is invisible. When you're up at the level of this platform, you can see it. And standing just at the bottom of this large, silent waterfall is a familiar figure. A purple-skinned, tall-horned tiefling woman with impossibly long hair that flows down into the water on the top of this platform. It's Aluna Seren.
One, this whole mental image is going on the wall. I know exactly where I'm gonna put it in my wall. Two, I think because it's been a hot minute since I've had a chance to talk to her like face to face.
Yeah.
Daiyu's very, very excited. So she's gonna kind of run to her, run over.
Yeah. As you
Do the equivalent of I can't if I'm not sure if I'm allowed to hug, but like I'm here and I'm excited. She boops me sometimes.
Yeah, you run up to her, your little Pete splish splashing in the water. As you walk up to her and you realize she is holding something. She's in a pretty large form, definitely her usual larger than life form. As you run up to her, and she kind of crouches down, And you see that laying in her hand, it looks to be like a malfunctioning like automaton of sorts, except it's stone. And it looks like it's twitching and struggling before it becomes perfectly still and static. And she looks down at this thing impassively, gently lays it at her feet, and says, "Well, it seems I have a negative effect on Edem's toys." She smiles at you. "I will have to fix that before I leave."
Well, I don't know what that is.
It's your trainer.
Oh.
It's the same entity that is training your companions.
Oh, I see.
It's a shapeshifter of sorts, if you must know.
It kind of looks like a statue, too. But it's not broken, is it? Oh.
I think it did not expect to be interrupted, but it will be all right. I will make it right.
I'll apologize to it later. I like pat the statue. Like they're there, but like also
She also gently pats your head with her pointer finger, just like boop, boop.
Boop,
It's
boop.
good to see you.
It's good to see you too. It's been a while.
I have been busy, unfortunately. And as she says that, she kind of shrinks down to a more, not human size, she's still big, but not Titan size like she normally is. And her hair kind of flows forward as she leans towards you, kind of surrounding you. The water swells like the sea, but it doesn't knock you away or move you or anything. It just is. I'm going to briefly hold your training for the moment. There are things you need to know.
Okay.
Because she's a god, she doesn't ask permission. She gently pokes your forehead. Boop. And it's like you got struck by lightning. Suddenly, all kinds of memories and thoughts and information starts flooding your mind too quickly. Like a dam broke in your brain. And things that you realize now you have forgotten, you have blocked out of your memory, comes rushing back in terrifying, traumatizing ways that you never would have expected. I won't get too deep into the details, but you remember what happened to Mei Lin.
Oh.
You remember what happened to you.
Okay.
Mei Lin, when you found her, was already on the verge of death. And in your last moments with her physical body, she said something to you that you couldn't remember. Or maybe you couldn't hear over the violence that was happening around you. But you remember now, she said, as she handed you that book. This is all I have left, and I will not let it go. What happened to you was the festering beast attacked you. That's why you have a scar. What you don't remember is that you were supposed to die that day. But you didn't. You remember standing on the threshold between life and death, something you had done your entire life up until that point, but in a very visceral, real way. And you remember witnessing a conversation that you should not have. In this memory, you are standing near the outskirts of what seems to be a large gazebo-like structure. And standing in this space are two familiar individuals, Aluna Seren and Nissos. And you hear, well, it seems that the terms of our bet are null and void, especially with all of this happening. Don't you think, dear Nissos? And he grimaces at her and says, that is not what we agreed to. I will be taking retribution for this, Aluna. And she tilts her head and goes, what about the fox boy? It will keep them together. Their souls are bound anyway. Might as well. And he frowns at her and says, he is not one of mine. What are you proposing? That I simply pluck him? Take him away? I don't think that's a good idea. And she leans in conspiratorially and says, we make the rules. It doesn't matter. If it breaks, you can fix it. And then another memory. A memory that goes so far back you didn't exist yet. The agreement between Aluna Seren and Nissos. You and your sister were born under an auspicious star. That's true. That's real. That's not just tradition. You were special. The two of you were supposed to be gods, eventually.
Huh.
You were supposed to be under a new pantheon for Nissos. Mm-hmm. When Malin died, Aluna Seren changed the deal and said, I'll let you have this one, but you give her everything. And when you died, Aluna broke the rules again, bullying Nissos, essentially, into giving you power and ability beyond any mortal can that you could never hope to control as a mortal, in exchange for a new god in the pantheon. Well, it was supposed to be too. And now it is. When you stop the shattering, like you're supposed to do, you will be God. That's the deal. You were born under a star that Aluna Seren wanted, so that she could rebuild the pantheon. all of this comes flooding back. That and so many other things you've probably blocked out of your mind through sheer trauma that I will not detail. You remember everything now. Everything that's ever been taken away from you, everything that you've ever blacked out, you know everything.
I get a nosebleed.
Yes, you do.
I think that's super fair. I get a nosebleed and a mild headache. Like I feel like the headache could have been way worse, but I rolled a 18, so I'm gonna knock that. I'm gonna use the 18 where it's like 2 aspirin and a caffeinated drink will fix this migraine. But yeah, get a nosebleed, get a headache, and just go, oh wow. Oh, that's
I'm sorry, dear. When I created this world, I thought it would be better to subtly pluck the strings of the tapestry. But we are running out of time, because none of us could have predicted getting stuck in this loop. You need to realize the cosmic scale of what is happening here.
Yeah. I kind of, ooh, ow. I kind of thought or understood to some degree. You know, one of my friends, I think, is also a star or something like it. I'm not sure. And then the other one just respawns as fire. And we a lot of that stuff was making sense. It feels, like, oh, we have much bigger roles. This is a big role.
It is. I hoped to ease you into it, but we are running out of time. And if you fail this time, it's going to destroy a lot of things. Not just Terra. Worlds are colliding. Literally.
Like sometimes in our dreams with the upside down thingy.
Yes.
What is that?
That
I
is
mean,
a place called Earth.
Ooh.
The technology there is advanced. Far beyond that of Terra. Life is different there. People are not like people on Terra.
They must be really tall though, because those buildings are like really big.
They are. They are, and they are getting ever closer. If you do not stop the Knave Lord, if you do not stop the shattering, these worlds will collide, and none of us know what will happen. I don't know what will happen. I created this world, and I don't know what will happen. And you can see that she is frustrated.
Do you know where we fuck up?
Yes. What you are not prepared for is who you are dealing with.
The Knave Lord or Hakanor, or both?
Both. If the Knave Lord frees Hakanor, it's over. he will emerge from the core of Terra, and he will destroy it. If you stop the Knave Lord first, Hakanor will remain sealed. Even if the final place, even if the final druidic place of power is destroyed. If you stop the Knave Lord, you will win.
Okay.
If you have to fight Hakanor, she shakes her head. I don't know that you can. Even with this extra time that... She laughs. Even with this extra time that my dear brother has given you.
Edem's your brother?
In a way. We are all related, in a sense.
That's a weird family tree.
It is indeed.
Like a log.
But at least you do not have to worry about Veros anymore.
Where did he go?
Oh,
is he like in godly timeout?
He is in the deepest pits of Umbraluz. He will never return.
Oh, he's in timeout. Okay. Maybe I'll tell my friend that later. Okay. So just stop Knave Lord.
Correct.
Do we have to worry about like are his Death Knights gonna be able to do anything? Or there's like a pale woman? I don't know what that's about.
She shakes her head.
I've seen her like twice.
She's inconsequential.
Okay, so it really is just the one guy. Okay.
You will not see me again before the time comes. This is the last. At least for now.
Okay.
And the reason why I am here where I should not be... She kind of smirks a little bit when she says that, because you know she's a trickster god. She created Terra and the Pantheon and everything.
I know where my cards lie. She said, kill that guy. I'm going to do it. I just give me like 2 seconds because I just processed so much information. You know, like I don't give. I give a lot of shit. It's just about her. I care about her.
Yeah, she nods and says, "I have a hopefully not final gift for your party."
Oh.
Reach into the water. She motions to the water at your feet.
I will go and do that a little bit slowly, just because now I'm conscious of standing up too quickly.
Yeah. You reach and you think the water here is not deep. Your feet are touching the bottom, but when you reach down into a pool until you feel something solid, metallic, cold. And you grab it and pull it forth. What is in your hand is the hilt of a strange looking blade. It is long, tapered, thin, like a foil. But the metalwork is twisted. It almost looks like... You ever seen those pictures of lightning calcifying the ground? It looks like that, but in metal. Cast.
That's hot.
The
Literally.
handguard twists and like lightning liquefied into metal wraps around where the handguard would be. And in the pommel of this blade is a sapphire. It has a vibration to it. And the star says, "Give that to Aurora. She's been missing it for some time."
This cool sword thingy?
Yes.
Like, or just, okay. What does it do?
It looks like a sword, but it can be used as a focus. That power that she has such trouble containing will become much easier now.
Is there a specific time you want me to give it to her? Or is this like a just do it kind of thing?
Whenever you like. Now, when you're ready to leave, it's up to you.
Okay. So let's say we're successful. Like the best case scenario could happen and we're like all alive. And we stop the Knave Lord. Do you know what happens then? Like to the world? Because I'm aware that it's big changes. Big changes. But I'm not 100% sure what all of those things are or might be.
She nods. Above table. So you're wanting to know what happens after you stop the Knave Lord.
Yeah.
She will nod to your question and say, "Things will not immediately be stable once you kill them. But society will have time to rebuild from the damage that will surely be done. It will take time. And I cannot speak to the state of your home, this world, by the end. But at the very least, it will not be destroyed. The Knave Lord is the only one who can free Hakanor. The Knave Lord is an amalgamation of the intelligence of the Festering. These beasts were created when Hakanor was corrupted. It is a hive mind. It adapts. It learns. It is very difficult to kill. Because it is all that remains outside of the prison of Hakanor himself. They are the same. And when the barrier weakened, and started weakening several years ago, that was when the Festering manifested.
Did they come to the burrow because we're underground?
The Festering seeks out power. Because you and Mei Lin were living there. That is why.
Okay. Okay. Hmm. Can they become two guys? Like in the Knave Lord? If it's a hive mind, can't he just like the hand whole full body movement that I'm doing, Daiyu's
Yeah.
doing too. But
She-
imagine standing up. Um,
She
just
if there is more than one of them does not have a body. The one that does is the real Knave Lord. The Knave Lord cannot exist without a body. A host.
okay. Now, so a host. So a host. So like if the host maybe perhaps came in the form of a buff fire genasi.
Aluna Seren says, I do not know who the Knave Lord is. Hakanor, his power is viscous, like sludge. We cannot see through it. None of us can.
Okay. Oh, this is a lot. I have so many questions. And usually I'm very good at waiting, but I feel more impatient now knowing this might be it.
I have time for 3, and then I must leave.
Party in the DMs if you in the Discord if you got any specific questions, just drop it there. just sorry. All three of us dropped a smolder. What the fuck?
you all just kind of were like,
We had like a little Zoolander thing going on. The heck? Flynn Rider, Zoolander. You know?
yeah? Yeah, the Knave Lord is Zoolander. Absolutely. Fucking...
Yeah, that actor guy.
No! Definitely not.
There's so many memes we can make with that now. Okay. Okay. What when you said that my soul and Kazu's soul was bonded, what did you mean by that exactly? That one was way glossed over.
What was the question again? I got distracted. I got flashbanged by Madi's gif.
Yeah.
Freaking.
It's basically what did she mean when she said that she implied that like my soul and Kazu's soul, Daiyu's soul and Kazu's soul were like bonded in a way, and so I'm just asking what the hell that means.
She says, oh, the two of you are a matching set. And you already get along. You already love each other. Makes it easy. Really, I'm just giving you what you want for eternity. No big deal.
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you.
She's grinning at you because, again, despite how serious she can be, trickster god.
No, I take after her. Like when you like. So we both bully men.
You're the
okay.
jester of Terra, really, truly. You are.
Yeah, you know, like.
You know, if you start drawing dicks everywhere, she will probably approve.
Like I haven't. I've been hiding them like the little Among Us guys.
Yeah.
Just little penars everywhere. You just gotta look. Flower.
Yeah, yeah, Sailor Moon, endless love treatment, absolutely.
Okay. So like we also glossed over the gods part. What? Was it just? It was just. It's not just me anymore, or I'm not in it anymore, or.
She grins a little bit. I may or may not have tricked Nissos into keeping the bargain, but I changed the rules a little. Yourself and Kazuhiko. But you'll live a nice... assuming you survive this, you'll live a nice, long, mortal life before I call you to duty.
Duty.
She kind of giggles too. You said it.
Okay. Wow. That's really big. Oh, well, then what happens to my oh shit, this is my third question.
Last one. I would stay longer, but it's actually very hard for me to be here.
Okay.
Do you realize you were inside the shard of another god?
I thought this was Aurora's castle.
It is.
And that's a god shard, then?
Yes.
This? Oh.
Why do you think so many things are possible here? No one's that good at magic.
I thought Aurora was supposed to be like the super best. Like here, and I'm somewhere down here, you know?
Maybe in life.
Do you have any tips on the Knave Lord's weakness, or maybe even just like how Hakanor was sealed, so like when we see it potentially being unsealed, we can stop that?
Protect the Satask. That's how you'll stop it. If the seal breaks, there will be no time to slow it down. It simply will break. And your beloved home will immediately fracture.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
She will gently pat your head again now that her hand is significantly smaller than it was before. But as she stands up, she gets big once more. The statue entity still laying in half submerged in the water. And she looks at it as though she doesn't actually care to fix the thing that she did, but she will reach down and gently touch the forehead of this entity. And it will begin to move normally again. It will sit up like a person, kind of touch its head like, what the hell? But doesn't say anything. And as
Wave
it
to
does, you blink, and it's all gone. The water, Aluna Seren, it's just you standing on the platform with this statue.
Hello. Good morning.
It
Or
jumps
night,
like it's
or
surprised,
afternoon.
tilts its head at you, and kind of clambers up, and you watch, actually, as it changes form. You are the first one to witness this, really. You watch as the stone begins to ripple, like vibration, like water on. Have you ever seen those cool things where it's like water on top of glass over like really heavy bass playing on a speaker, and it moves like it's like that all over the form of this thing, as the stone warps into a figure. And the figure is who did we say your trainer was? I had several ideas. Because it can't just be Aluna Seren all the time. It's hard to replicate her because she's a little wackadoo.
I was gonna say, I figured it'd be hard to replicate
Yeah.
gods, but unfortunately...
Actually, I'm trying to think. Yeah, it will turn into the form of your sister. It's Maylin. And she tilts her head at you in that way, her ears flapping over to the side in a way that they do not do when she is in ghost form. And she says, "Well, it's about time. I've been waiting for you. I don't know what happened just a moment ago. I think I fell asleep. But it's fine."
Something like that. You know, this is a lot of weird stuff like just happened. So this is actually not that weird.
Oh. Okay. She does like a little, like, all of the mannerisms are Maylin. It's very unnerving. And she's just like, "Is this face okay? I wasn't sure. You think about this person a lot. But they weren't a mentor to you. So I'm a little..." She does like makes a little hand motion. Her ears just flop around as she does. She's very, she doesn't keep them up like you do.
Yeah, well, I'm like alert, you know, and she's like relaxed.
Oh, so relaxed.
And I'm like full of anxiety, and she's like full of it as well, but in a different way, you know?
Yeah, she's in life, Maylin was always like bouncing from one foot to the other, kind of like I'm doing right now in my seat. Just very like always in motion, kind of anxious.
Yeah, like can't sit still. Whereas Daiyu could stand in one place and play like all the trees in a play. Nothing.
Just like the Super Bowl halftime show. Anyway.
Quite literally.
Canada!
I blew that
Sorry.
one little... When that shit happened, I literally went... Okay. I felt so special. I was like, oh, shit, I'm here too. I felt like that meme, like we rockin' with Mark.
Yeah. But she's like bouncing from foot to foot. Her mannerisms are just the same as Maylin's in life, and she's like, "It's okay if you don't want me to be this person. You can say so. I will be whoever you want. You already saw my regular form, so you know I'm just your trainer. I'm not a ghost or anything."
Yeah.
She's like humming, bouncing back and forth.
Are you okay? Well, unfortunately, if she starts like bouncing, I'm
Mhm.
also gonna start bouncing.
We bounce together. She's like, yay! And she grabs your
Really?
hands and she jumps up and down with you a little bit.
You know, I actually don't know. I don't think I mind this too much. You know,
Okay.
there's so much other stuff to process, and then this is not our only um
Hmm.
training, right?
No, it's for the whole 30 days. I can change up
Yeah.
to
So
be
if
whoever
I
you want, whenever you want.
exactly, so if I feel uncomfortable, then Keisha, I also don't mind if you just wanna like be yourself.
Oh, well, I don't have a mouth when I'm myself, so that's a little weird. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, so that would be kind of mean if I said I wasn't okay and you don't have a mouth normally.
Oh, okay. And she just shrugs. And you watch as she finishes the motion of shrugging, the ripples come back and she fades into this genderless, faceless, featureless statue. Um, and you hear, "This is simpler. It also takes significantly less bouncing."
But did you like the bouncing?
It was kind of fun.
Mm-hmm. We can bounce sometimes.
If you feel that would be beneficial to your training, that's fine. And I think with that, we're going to take our break. Take a little break real quick.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be back in about 10 minutes, and we will get back to a little bit more of Daiyu's training arc. We'll actually get into Daiyu's training arc. And then we have some fun group scenes. Actually, we might come back on one of the group scenes. And we'll see you all guys in 10. Everybody get a little snack, get a little drinky, and we'll be right back. back. I hope you all had a good snack. I had grilled cheese. So that's why we took a little longer than we were supposed to, because I was eating. So we had a huge lore dump in the first half. If you missed it, you might want to go back and watch from the beginning while we're live tonight, or watch the VOD. So definitely check that out. If you are not in the Discord, highly encourage you to join. It's a nice, cozy little spot. We talk about all of the nerdy things you can possibly imagine, and art, and food, and our pets, and all kinds of things. So definitely join that. I'm gonna be adding some fun things to the server here soon, so there's no better time to join than today. Also, follow us on YouTube. That's where all the VODs are for Mistlost. I have almost all the episodes up. I just have to tweak a couple of the other VODs, but we're mostly caught up there. And yeah, so so we're gonna pause in the journey of Daiyu's training to shift focus to the rest of the party. I know y'all had a couple of scenes you wanted to do. Did we want to have Nikita and Daiyu? Yeah? Okay. So we'll shift over to that. Who is seeking who out? Is what I want to know. Is Daiyu looking for Nikita?
Playing gay chicken.
Thank
Sorry.
you.
Sorry, that was fully.
My only regret is that you're not on camera today, so I can't just make that into a gif of you saying they're playing gay chicken.
I know you like leaned in. You gay
chicken.
Like, I know exactly how you say it. I can picture it in my head.
Aren't we all gay chickens at the end of the day?
A cock.
I'm unmuting just to laugh. What the fuck?
Oh shit!
Someone fucking do a clip of that, please.
Please, somebody clip that. I'm sweating. I'm laughing so hard. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm too gay for this shit.
Oh, that was so funny.
I'll go find Nikita.
So I didn't put eyeliner on. Yes, you go find Nikita. Nikita, where are you at in the castle? Are you in your room?
Yeah, I'm in my room.
Okay.
And just for funsies, she's rewrapping. In case this wasn't like also described before, but her top this entire time has been also the scarf that was given to her by Aurora. So she is in the process of rewrapping it on top of herself right now.
You gonna turn me into that fucking TikTok meme where it's like so-and-so walks in on you changing, and instead of being like, oh, I'm so sorry I walked in on you changing, I just stare like this? Like, what do you, like...
But you don't even feel like half the door frame.
Damn it. I know, right? Okay, I think I catch you this, I go, oh, and I turn around, but like, I'm trying to, like, you know, I'm giving you your space, but like in my head I was like, that was nice. Yeah.
Daiyu?
Hi, Nikita.
Why are you turned?
I just came to check in on you. Not to check in on that, but I could check in on that because you got wounded a couple times.
Daiyu, we've been naked around each other.
I know, but that was consensual.
I'm gonna say the door was open.
And I'll consensually walk in and kind of be like, how you doing?
I'm okay. Training sucks, but I think everyone is kind of going through it, unless you seem okay. I'm not sure.
Well, I'm kind of doing pretty good.
That's...
I mean, I got a nosebleed on my first day, but that's still that was a lot of information processing.
You feeling okay?
I think I'm okay, like I'm functional okay. I think I'm still thinking or processing. That's probably the better word. All of it is a lot. That's why I came to check on you. I'm kind of gonna check up on everybody.
She's gonna pat her head. Well, thank you for checking. Do you want company in checking on the others?
If you wanna come, sure. But yeah, it could be like a little journey.
Okay, sure. And she'll just kind of like tighten the top a little bit more, and she'll follow you.
This is a weird question. Who did your cause you know the trainer can like shapeshift?
You know, that would make sense. I doubt my father would go to you guys.
Oh, you saw him.
I saw him when he was young. We had tea. And horrible booze, but booze.
Are you feeling okay?
It was weird seeing him, but nice. Like looking at a memory, but that obviously never happened.
Well, yeah, I guess in a way it could help closure-wise. Not everybody gets a chance to, you know. It's not the real thing, but it's like, it's nice.
Something.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It was weird, but it was nice. I think it was. I also fought the image of the Knave Lord a bit to, I guess, get used to them.
How did that go? I haven't done anything like that yet. I mostly just talked.
That sounds so nice.
I'm not big and strong like you guys. I just have really good legs.
I got my ass handed to me, don't worry. I wouldn't ask the statue to do that for you. Unless you want to, but...
You know, my biggest weakness so far is a boulder. I think he can throw a boulder at me.
The kids are laughing. It's just like, I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay if Nikita's laughing.
I don't know if she'd laugh at the boulders. Pretty sad. Tiny bunny squish.
You think that there'd be a lot more space for me to run to, but no, I just keep running the same direction. Straight.
Like a magnet.
I could zigzag. I could go the other. I could run towards the boulder. I'm not doing that.
Well, I'm sure if you ask the statue, they'd do it for you, but at your own risk.
Well, I did. So, I got. Is it cheating? Is it cheating if we help each other? It's not cheating because we're supposed to fight with each other, right? So I can help you. That's not cheating.
I don't know. We could all try, but I don't know if you could go through if we could go through each other's doors or anything.
That's true. But like, what if we exchange information?
Like we're doing now?
Yeah. Like, is this cheating? I don't think it's cheating.
Damn it, Charmy.
Oh man, this Discord chat is loud.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
So on the first day, Luna Seren showed up and gave me a bunch of information, and I got to ask a bit about like the Knave Lord and like, our place in the universe and stuff.
It's
Would you
fitting
like
that I was asking how to knock him down and you're asking the smart questions.
Well, no, I mean that's what we're supposed to work together. And also, if you weren't like standing in front of me, that means they're in front of me. And that's not good. I'm really easy to hit.
I do my best to get in their way. So,
I think you do a very good job.
thank you. So,
But yeah, the festering, or well, the Knave Lord is like the super hive mind of the festering. And Luna Seren said if we just kill him, we win. Just him.
okay, so focus on him.
Yeah, like what if we all just fucking jump him?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I could do that. I'll stand in front. Wherever you guys need me.
And I'll keep you up. Because it's
Always
also an excuse to hee hee, and I just give your arm a squeeze. Just straight up like that.
She'll just kind of like lightly flex for you.
Oh shit. It just just like it's just like this is like way more solid than like last time. Wow. But yeah, no, if we she also said that if we lost this place of power, we still don't lose. It's breaking the seal at the Setesk specifically. That's the big one. I don't know if we're supposed to kill him yet. Like, I don't know if we can kill him right now. I feel like this will be like where we beat the shit out of him, I hope. And then he might do the disappearing thing and be like, ooh, and then we gotta fight them again, but maybe most probably at like Okurai. That's what I think is gonna happen. I feel like it's gonna happen.
Fighting at Okurai. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I feel
Not
like this
ideal.
Mm-mm. But she said that that pale woman and the Death Knights, they're not really. I mean, they're challenging, right? Because they're there and it's more numbers. But it really is just the Knave Lord that we gotta.
Maybe we discuss with everybody, but I was in front of the Death Knights for that reason. I was worried that if they got close to you guys, then that's a whole force you can't manage at the same time. But again, if we think that it's better for me to beat the Knave Lord Sponge. Then I'll do that.
Are you sure you're doing okay? I don't think you're doing okay, fam.
I'm trying to get used to being in front of him and getting slashed. And my jaw dislocated.
Why do they do that?
Why would he
Did
do
they
that?
do that at the training? That's crazy.
Yep.
I actively ran out of breath when I said that was crazy. I'm sorry.
I woke up in my bed with Aurora next to me.
Is that really any different from your usual night sensation?
Well, when I
Um,
am knocked out from a wildfire, surrounded by wildfire, and after having been beat to a pulp by the Knave Lord, and then waking up next to her, I mean, well, it's more like a nightmare, I suppose. The first part, of course, and then she's obviously grunting for me.
I'm gonna pat your arm for like, this time it's like comfort pats.
This place is intense, and it's beating the shit out of me, but this is good. I'm getting used to it.
Eva, are you feeling good?
No.
I don't really know how you learn or what's best for you or anything, really, but you know, it's not bad to have a training, like even if it's one day where it's not physical training, more like a rest. Like that's important too, and not pushing yourself, because you'll get depressed, and I don't think fighting with, you gotta pick a battle, and usually depression wins, so I don't think those help. I think maybe, some inner peace might help.
I'll thank you. I'll try to do that more. I just feel like if
You want
I
a hug?
slack off, I don't make use of our time here.
That's
Sure.
not really slacking off, because if you push yourself, it's 30 days for us. We're gonna jump back in, and you're gonna be 30 days sore.
Okay, I'll hear you. And anything. Well, maybe we should find the others to share all the information about Hakinor and the Knave Lord.
So much information.
And I probably won't understand a lot of it, so it's better to.
It's okay. I'm barely understanding it too.
Another head pat before we walk again.
I hope you're being soothed, by the way. Rabbits are emotional support pets too. Solely because of this.
Yeah.
It's like Perito, like from Puss in Boots. It's the same thing. They do the same thing.
Most depressing character that you could compare to. It's really insane.
Well, aren't they kind of the same? It's just like they're kind of equally that depressing.
Okay.
His outfit is a sock because he was thrown in the water.
Real
Sorry.
How many Puss in Boots references are gonna happen?
So
Damn it, that should have been on bingo. Next time.
That's gonna be on the bingo card for the next campaign for sure. Sorry, guys, continue. Or are you guys good on your scene?
I think we're good on our scene, right? We're just being like, "Are you okay? No. Are you okay? No."
Yeah.
But like we're talking, we're being a little
Yeah.
cute about it.
Yeah. Walking, talking.
And before we get back to Daiyu's training, there did we want to do Aurora's scene, or do we want to do Synarch's scene?
So how you feeling? I'm down for whatever.
Could you go first?
Yes.
Thanks.
Aurora is ready.
Okay. Aurora, what are you up to? I ask it as if I don't already know.
Aurora, after doing her daily self-care routine when she is not doing her training of trying on different outfits and looking at herself in the mirror, she goes out into the castle to look for a gift for Daiyu. And she has two things in mind. The first thing is a mirror, something small and handheld, but big enough to, rest on a table and be of use. And then makeup in as many colors as she can find.
Yeah, you are able to obtain those things. Makeup is something you do have to kind of mix up like spell components. We're not going to do any rolls or anything like that. This is just for flavor. But you are able to find, if you want to make all the colors of the rainbow, you go right ahead. You can do that.
I'm gonna say Aurora does do that, but she does have to occasionally go and get assistance with like thinking it through from either Sin or Revelation, and that's just something we can say that she does as part of her task.
So you have your little crafting montage. And when you are complete, when you are done, you have... when you're done, when you've completed this thing, I can't talk today. You have these little pots of makeup, and 7 or 8 of them in colors, various colors. It covers the full spectrum. That's gay.
So Aurora just puts the two items together into a box that she's found somewhere within here, and wraps it with a blue ribbon and leaves it at Daiyu's door.
Do you leave it in dip?
I'm gonna say yes, but she knocks on the door and then she leaves.
Got it. So you oh my god. What the hell is it called? Ding Dong Ditch. Oh my god, that unlocked a fucking childhood memory for me. Jesus.
Nine door.
Thank you.
What? I don't know what that is, but okay.
We're Canadian.
Same thing.
It's nine doors.
Oh. But you knock and you skitter away down the hallway like a little rat, back to your room. I just imagine Aurora like sets it down, knock knock knock, and then runs away. Daiyu, you hear a knock at your door.
She skips away.
Oh, you skip? I love that. Even better.
With my really good rabbit ears. How that like how far did I hear that? Because you walking up to my door. Like a rabbit ear,
I mean, for the purposes of this, maybe you weren't paying attention or you were busy painting.
This is true. These are things that could happen.
But you do hear the knock.
I also will say you could see Aurora in the hallway if you want to.
Yeah, if you enter the door fast enough, you'll see her skipping down the hallway.
I see her skipping. I go, okay, bye.
I imagine Naruto
like,
running, but
I'm
sorry, it's so out of character.
In the high heel.
Yeah, why would you run?
She would never.
Nikita
She
runs.
would
She gets scared. Oh, and I'll say Aurora kind of freezes when she hears Daiyu. She turns around and she says, "I hope you like it."
I fully go, what is it? And I pick it up so I can go see what it is. But like I was talking in that octave, so now I'm like kind of still talking in that octave. I'm gonna I'm gonna open it and stuff.
Dora retreats for you to open it in private because she is a little bit sore with how her training's going, I think.
So you open the box and you find inside little folding mirror, wood, metal inlay, and little pots of what looks like makeup in all rainbow of colors.
So Daiyu's still holding the box, so she's like aware she can't do what she wants to do without dropping the box and therefore maybe potentially breaking what's inside. So it's her turn to skip, but like she bunny skips. So, I mean, she's just straight up fucking jumping. Like it's just, these are just high jumps all the way back to her table so she can put it down and go, yay!
So now you have
But she's
makeup
very
that you can play
happy.
with.
Yeah. She was running out too, so this is like, ooh, extra fun. And then I remember I have to give Aurora a gift and go, oh shit. So I have to now find Aurora afterwards, which we could do later.
Yeah.
but it's like it's like oh, this is so nice. This is right there. The thing I was supposed to give that I left here and I didn't give.
So after you receive your gift, you set it away. We'll say a couple days later, you see that the window opens again. You can also open it whenever you want to go to your training area, but it's open on a particular day. We'll say this is in week 2. The first week has been largely conversations and agility training. Things that you're already really good at, but like are pushing to improve in. And when you get to the training area, your statue friend who doesn't have a name, you all kind of know it as like a faceless thing. Maybe that's something you call it. But it is waiting for you when you arrive on the platform.
Mm-hmm. I will go. I think I started making the chords by now.
Oh yeah.
So and I think, like it's like in my bag, so I bring my bag with me this time around. Yeah. And it's also I'm also using this as the chance to kind of measure how much I'm gonna need for like a chord for the faceless one. And I'm gonna measure it and be like, okay, it's that much. And I'm gonna like mark it with like something, like maybe another string or something, just like so that way I just know, I want to know how much I'm gonna need, like what's a good length where I'm not fucking choking this statue that I'm not sure if I can choke. I'm not sure if you can choke, but like, just I want a nice loose one for them to use for whatever.
Yeah, their proportions are roughly the average human. Truly just the nondescript human size, roughly. But yeah, you can definitely you can measure and make a chord. When you go to like measure them or to like get closer to them, they're like, "What are you doing?"
I'm measuring.
For what?
I just wanna, like, I'm making stuff. I'm gonna make you with stuff. And I just wanna see, like, what's a good length for you.
All right. It seems like indifferent. Shall we begin your training now, or do you have more measurements to take?
Just one more. It just like this time it's just like I'm double checking, just like making sure like okay, it's this size, it's this that, you know. And I might even show them what I'm making, because I probably have one that's like maybe halfway done, just like, you know, it's gonna look a little like this, you know. And then I will put the bag. I'm gonna think that there's a cubby here, so I can put the bag away in a cubby of safety. And yeah.
I mean, if you
and then
turn
I'm
looking for a
ready.
cubby, it appears.
Exactly. And I'll go put it in the cubby. It's safe in the cubby. Like when you trust putting your things away in an amusement park.
Why do I feel like I'm like watching over a daycare? There's just like little cubbies for the kids' stuff. That's what I'm thinking of right now.
Exactly. I'm literally thinking of like when you go on a roller coaster and they're like, put your bags here, and then they slide it and it's like, oh wow. Oh, a slidable door. Like for sure my shit's safe there, huh? But that's how I feel about it. Like that's what I'm picturing.
Yeah, so you were able to put your bag off to the side, and your trainer, who has remained faithfully in their original form, per your request, and kind of motions over to you after you put your stuff down, and says, let's sit and talk a little.
Okay.
And they will crisscross applesauce sit on the ground, because it seems to understand that like you have no qualms about not sitting at a table on a chair. You don't mind just sitting on the floor. That's not something that bothers you. So you sit, and it kind of leans kind of to the side a little bit, and regards you, although it's hard to tell if it's regarding you because just smooth, no features whatsoever. And says, we have gone through some physical training, but your skills are quite good. You're good at what you do.
That's good.
What you are not good at is talking to your party members. It kind of tilts its head. Why is that? You are emotionally intelligent. You are creative. You are well-versed in your field. And yet, you choose to only let actions speak. Why is that?
Well, you know, actions speak louder than words, and you know, sometimes you just don't say the right thing, or it gets interpreted the wrong way. So it's much easier to, you know, just go do it, or do the thing you want to do, or that you intend to do. So, you know, like I'm doing something kind of, or I'm trying to do it and you can see it, you know, that kind of thing.
It considers for a moment, letting you speak, staying silent, and pauses for a moment, as if to reconsider, and says, can expressing how you feel about your friends be misinterpreted? A simple phrase such as, I love you. Seems pretty straightforward to me.
Well, yeah. That phrase is straightforward. But, I mean, like talking usually is hard. I was trying to tell my friend Nikita this week that I think she should focus on herself instead, like how she feels on the inside, and I don't think she got it. I really and that's what happens when I use my words. Okay, I'm laughing, so is Daiyu. Okay, I just want you to know the laughing part is like,
Okay.
it's that part, like it's awkward, but like it's also like kind of funny because it's like, see, look at that. I used words.
Yeah.
Now, if I used actions, I'm not sure how I would have done that either. Maybe I would have like made her sit down and be like, talk, but I can't do that. I can't do that.
Perhaps being more direct and less distracted would be beneficial to your relationships.
Oh, well, I agree on the less distracted part, for sure. Because this group is awfully distracting.
You see like faint, illusory images of each of the party members. Kazuhiko, Wolf, Conathor, Valdin, all the people you've met, branching out in levels of familiarity. Everybody you've met on your journey outside of the party and in the party. Your parents, your siblings, your fellow priestesses in Okurai. And they're kind of static. They're varying degrees of expression in your direction that seem to be like a mental indicator of what they think of you. As they kind of gaze, they're in various states of emotion. Kazuhiko in particular, clearly devotion. The rest of your party members, varying levels of friendship and affection. I'll leave Revelation's expression to be interpreted on whatever you feel. Revelation's feelings might be. But other than that, it's pretty clear amongst your party that they all care for you quite a bit. But one thing that remains true and seen in each of the people in these circles of images closest to you is a measure of uncertainty. You can feel it. You can see it. Like, they don't really know how you feel. Necessarily.
Well, what do I do now?
The Faceless says, well, it's up to you, and your training is up to you. However, as a being that has access to all of your thoughts and memories and observations, I have intimate knowledge of all of your abilities. Each of you. We are you, in a sense, in this space. So you tell me, what do you want to learn? And for the folks at home, this is because Daiyu rolled very well on how her training would go.
Okay, so like if I was gonna do the talking thing, are they gonna talk back or like are they just gonna stand there?
Oh, the illusions fade in and out as they become relevant, so there's nothing there again. Unless you want to examine them, they will remain. It's all about what you want to do.
Ooh.
You don't have to speak to them. It is merely a visual representation of what I have gathered. It could be interactive, should you so wish. But my recommendation, if I may, is to think about it and talk to your actual friends. And not these. It waves its arm and it passes through the nearest illusion. It's probably Revelation, through the form, and it puffs away like smoke, and then the next one puffs away like smoke, like dominoes, all throughout these rings of people who know you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, I'll think about it. Okay, but what do I do if it makes it worse?
That is life.
Wouldn't that be really bad right now, considering what we have to do right now?
My question to you is this. Should you fail in your mission, and the world comes to an end, in your final moments, will you regret? When you
That's a good
become
point.
a god, and you can no longer interact with your mortal kin, would you regret?
Oh, I didn't think about that. That's new information. That's cheating. Okay. Ooh. I mean, I guess if it makes it worse, at least they know that I heal, so I'm not like that. I'm not useless, right?
Your emotions, your expression, has no bearing on your worth. Your abilities are not your worth.
That's a good line. Oh, I'm gonna go to my cubby.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out like I think it's like my sketchbook probably.
Okay.
And I'm fucking taking notes because that was a good line. Like,
Yeah.
if this makes sense, if that
Okay.
makes sense, like,
Yeah.
I guess you could say that you.
Listen, your
You
30
did
days
that
can fully be
therapy
spent
thing.
on therapy. Abso-fucking-lutely. If that's what
I
you
mean,
need to improve yourself in the battle to come, I mean, you're already hella optimized as a bard, so. And you rolled super well. But these training montages can be whatever you want. If you want it to be therapy, it can be that. You and Revelation are the same, really.
We are. That's why she doesn't like me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know how this works. I know how this works.
Me putting you and
but,
Alyssa
like,
together, just your characters.
we-
Smooch, smooch.
I'm telling you.
Be best friends at
So
the
much
end,
of
right
this
before
party-
you die.
So much of this party tension could have been fucking fixed if they just.
If they just decide to be gay. Yes, I know.
Yeah. So much of that. So much. I know. I've been new. I've told this to Alyssa. Like I've.
So yeah, you can absolutely spend your time on that. If there's any other things you want to do or have show in this montage, now is the time to speak up, and then we'll move on to group stuff if we want, or we can call it after the scene with Sin Soul if you're feeling okay.
Feeling good.
Okay.
Yeah, I think, training is a good mix of the two.
Mhm.
There's some agility, there's some magic.
Mhm.
I don't think we can do much like spirit shit here
Mm-mm.
because there's none.
Nope.
right? Which is that's
There-
a whole other level of adjustment, right? So the
There's no
therapy
spiritual
might
energy.
actually, yeah. So the therapy part might actually be very helpful because there's definitely gonna be days where Dai's just I'm gonna disassociate because there's actually no sound at all, and she's somebody who's used to it never not being loud, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, like
Yeah.
Elysia was pretty bad,
Mhm.
actually.
Yes.
The snow, the weather helped. The weather was a distraction. So I think it's just like a mix. Like I think in the mornings we train, and like in the evenings we have therapy or something like that. And
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
kind of, yeah, I think that's what's kind of happening.
I love that, and I think over time, obviously with everyone, we'll get to like your final training scene before you exit this place. But yeah, that's the majority of your 30 days. You're making these little courts for everyone. You are having interactions with the other party members at various times throughout, and after the combat training, you give yourself extra training. You spend more time in the training space than maybe the others, because you're training during the day, taking a break in the afternoon, going back for therapy in the evening, basically. And you feel like it helps. It helps a lot. And you can decide exactly how much or to what degree and what detail. We can talk about that offline. But yeah, that's your training. Yeah. Peace. Bye. I'm done. Mic drop. Okay.
What else is she gonna do? I'm sad. Oh, okay. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Tell me more about that. Tell me more about how sad you are, everybody. All of you are so fucking sad. So the camera will pan over to Sinark. When in the 30 days are you approaching Daiyu?
I think somewhat in like the third week.
Okay.
Just because that's when Sin has more time to like exist.
And Daiyu, where would Sin find you?
What are we? Honestly,
Do you need the options again? Because it's
if
been a
it's-
couple of weeks.
Yes.
Okay. So there is the area that you teleported into, which is like the center of all the halls. They all intersect in one place. There is there's your room, your quarters. There's a communal kitchen, a communal hangout space. There's the courtyard area and the greenhouse. There's the dream room, I think I called it. And that's all you've discovered so far.
Okay. I might have been vibing in the dream room, not gonna lie.
Okay. So yeah, then you find Daiyu chilling out in the dream room.
I think that again, he's gotten very quiet lately. So I think he was looking to sort of find some time to spend on his own in the dream room. When he opens it, where is Daiyu?
I think, not gonna lie, back at the beach. Just sitting in the shallow end, like, you know, where the water touches the sand. So much sand on my butt, but that's okay. I'm just kind of vibing. Maybe I'm doodling or something like that, or like making the chords, because I know this is the dream room, and I have prestidigitation, so if the chords get dirty, no they didn't, but it's I'm sort of just kind of like, you know, the ocean makes noises, so that's what I'm here for. I'm here for the noises.
Real. Yeah, I think Sin sort of looks surprised and then walks up towards the beach and sort of calls out to Daiyu so he doesn't surprise her.
My ears like turn to you first, and I go, oh, hi, Sin.
Hey. Enjoying the view?
It's gonna sound weird, but I like the noise. And like the sand and water, not so bad, actually, texture-wise.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't sound weird to me. I think he kneels down in the sand next to Daiyu. And he sort of looks out and he's like, I was planning to hide in here for a little while. Do some thinking.
Do you want the room? I've been in here for a hot minute. I don't mind giving you space.
No, now, well, I've been busy this week. We've eaten together for a bit, but not as much as I'd like. I was wondering if you would want a meal.
I could go for something.
Fantastic. He sort of looks around and he's like, I wonder if you can cook actual food in here. Or if we'll have to leave.
That's a good question.
But the kitchen isn't that far. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
You can go to the kitchen if you want to cook in here. I believe I mentioned this was a while ago now, so I also just remembered this, but there was like a little campfire area not far from where you're at on the beach.
Oh. I remember that.
Yep,
I do also remember.
There's a space for cooking in this specific version of the dream room.
Sin sort of smiles and is just like, well, we could just stay in here.
Yeah, we could do that.
And I think he sort of looks around and he's just like, all right, beach, fish, right?
I mean, yeah, technically. we could like conjure up a fishing rod. Or a spear.
A spear might be faster. And I think while they discuss sort of dinner stuff, you know, Sin would ask how training's going and how she's been feeling.
Oh, the training? So the actual training part is going well. And then the other parts of my training is just therapy. And you know, for processing stuff I learned in the first week. Because it was a lot. I don't know. I think how are you feeling? I think I'm feeling mixed. How are you feeling?
I feel like I haven't been trusting people enough. And it is a little humbling. So,
Humbling? How so?
well, my training has been more going over our past battles. I realize that by trying to... This doesn't make me it's not charitable. By trying to be in control all the time of, like, who gets, trying to be in the front, I didn't think that you guys could handle yourselves. Some part of me, in the back of my mind, what that I thought was respect was more fear. And now that I've watched us battle over and over again to sort of see what we can all do together, I realize just how strong each of us really is.
Oh. I see. That makes sense.
It also helps knowing just how graceful you are. It's
Think
not
I
a
just
bad
run
thing to
around a
watch.
lot.
Yes, but you manage your balance very well. And Sin grins.
Go ahead.
Oh, just I think he just says that it's always nice to watch you work on the field.
I've been told to be more direct in therapy. Are you flirting with me? I've been waiting for a very long time to do these things.
Sin smiles and he's just like, I was complimenting you. But yes, I think, yeah, I am.
I reciprocate. Thank you.
Sin gets a really big grin on his face. Do you now?
I've been told that I need. So I've been told that I should be a little bit more, maybe direct with, like, how I talk and stuff, 'cause I'm a very, action over words person. Then they put me in therapy. I think I still prefer actions. I think I like that a lot more. Because, if you don't like me, you can just leave or, like, hit me, right? And then I'd understand, because you shouldn't hit me if you like me, right?
Of course.
But, I need to get better at words and stuff. And so I'm getting better at words.
Mm-hmm.
And you talk with this gay little curl when you're flirting with Rev. So I've noticed that.
Mm-hmm.
And when you talk to Kazu, sometimes you go, huh? So I've noticed that.
Well,
Am I doing this right?
You are. You're doing fantastic.
Okay. Because if you don't like it, just say nope, and I'll stop.
Trust me. I would tell you no.
Good.
If anything, that's probably one of the easiest things I have to say. But sometimes I don't really know if other people put up with me just because I'm charming.
I will let you know you're very charming, but I don't. I've never found you like off-putting or anything like that. I think you are a very reliable and responsible person, actually. I just think you maybe. she makes a face and she's like, "Oh, do I say this? Do I?" And then she thinks for a little bit and then goes, "I just think that sometimes you see us as children and not like 5 adults."
That was something I did not expect you to say, nor something I realized about myself.
Yeah, and I mean, like, it's, revelation. For example, I don't think you've ever treated her like that. And then Nikita is more like a rival, like a really hot rival thing, where it's like, like you're trying to like tease and fight with each other. But I think that's also like always been your thing. And then, I mean, well, Kazu, Aurora, and I are the youngest of the group, but I think for a while you treat us like children, which I don't say that like, oh, that's bad, like you're bad. I don't mean it that way. I'm pointing it out now.
I definitely haven't. No, thank you so much. No, definitely a lot to think about. I don't see you as a child. And never was my intention, but I will definitely. Intentions don't quite matter with the actions.
I just, I think you're just used to that level of responsibility. And you're also like the oldest, right? So it just makes sense. Sometimes you're in a friend group with various different ages. Someone's the baby.
Well, to be honest,
this is not a read. This is not a read. I'm like realizing it's becoming a read. It's not a read.
The GM
It's
says
about
it
to become
sounds
an
like a
AoE.
read a little bit.
yeah, I think Sin laughs, and I think he's like, well, to be honest,
AoE.
when I first met you back in the village, what I thought was, damn, she seems lost. You seemed so lost and so far away that all I could think to do was really ridiculous things to make you smile. Anything to like make you emote. Something to make you seem present, because you seemed so very distant. And the more you smiled at me, the more I was like, damn. She's beautiful and smart and kind. And I just wanted to do more ridiculous things to make you smile.
I did like those ridiculous things.
I'm glad.
I mean, I feel better now. I feel better with you guys, I think I'm better. I think I'm like than where I was before,
I think you're fantastic. You've only gotten stronger. You speak your mind more and more. I love to hear it.
I'm glad, because I'm gonna have to do this at least 5 more times, I think. Oh. Ew. I think you were the easiest for me to do this with.
I'm telling you, it's because I'm so damn charming. And makes it hard to deal with the rest of the world. So much less charming than me. Well,
Mhm.
outside of our group.
I mean, if it's a competition, you're winning.
I don't know. Aurora.
Aurora's pretty up there. Aurora's pretty up there. Aurora's pretty up there. You might.
I've always loved.
Aurora's
the
very
life.
up there.
Yes. She's lively and gorgeous and strong. So much stronger than she's ever thought she was. And I always wish she would have seen that faster. Nikita is... Yes. Revelation has always been a co-conspirator, and she makes me smile more often than not. Just... It's soft. Even though she comes off as quite prickly. And Kazuhiko, again, is very fun to tease.
Yeah. Yes.
No, yes, I could spend the rest of my life just seeing the smiles on your faces. And now it's going to be a quite long life.
You want a secret? 'Cause
Sure.
sharing things. I like look around, like just in case, and then I will turn back to Sin and go. Apparently, I'm gonna become a god one day. You know, if we like live, if we do this defeating the knave lord thing, which it's been difficult to get us all into a room. I have things to share.
I think all of us are trying to run our 30 days as quickly. Did you say a god?
Yes. It would appear that I am less of a servant than I thought my role was supposed to be. I'm a little bit of a funny bet, and I'm two funny bets, and a very strategically planned thingy, and we're just stuck in this fucking loop, and that's pissing off my goddess. Who is going to make me into that? So I mean, look, we might be neighbors.
I think Sin is processing. Sin is very visibly processing. And then he looks at Daiyu, and I think he leans in really close and gets quite a roguish smile on his face. He's like, "You were always made to be served, darling."
That's real. That part is real. A little laugh.
Well,
I don't know what that part, all of that rest of the stuff is supposed to entail at all. That's new. That's also if we live, you know, we could just lose for fun. We shouldn't. We really shouldn't. But like, you know, if we
oh, we're not going to lose. Like I said, I've seen what all of us can do together. And that was when we weren't completely in sync. Now, our bonds are stronger than ever. We're gonna come out of this and that fucker won't even know what hit him.
I think, well, I'm not gonna say that. not gonna say that.
Is that Daiyu or Aki?
You know what?
We're starting to blur the lines here, y'all.
That's just keep that in. That's Daiyu. Just keep that in.
Yeah, Sin just looks incredibly curious, and then I think gets back to making their meal. And I think conversation probably gets lighter, unless there's anything else that Daiyu wants to say. Like, and before they finish and have like a nice big like caught fish meal, roasted over like the beach fire.
I don't think there's anything big left to say. I mean, there's tons of big things left to say, but I don't think now is like the appropriate time to do the gigantic info dumps, right? Though Daiyu would probably be like, "Do you want to cheat?" Like, it's just about the rest of your training, and might I think will give you the same information she gave Nikita in terms of like Knave Lord Setesk, because so far you've just explained that your training has been a lot of rewatching stuff, so I feel like that would help you cheat in your training proper, like, you know, good cheating.
Yeah. I think
Like,
when you say, "Do you want to cheat?" Sid looks really confused and is about to say, "I'm pretty sure we've discussed very like openly with oh." Oh, you know, he's happy to take any information you have.
Daiyu like, wait, why did you act like that? What else could cheating mean in this case?
I don't know. That's why I was confused. And that's, you know, just big goofy talks.
Yep. And just I'll give you that information so that way. Because the fuck, man, why we should cheat? We should cheat on these 30 days of training, because it's not actually cheating when we're all supposed to fight together. It's just one of us has the really good group notes, and the rest of the group can get it and also benefit, you know?
The rest of the group can get it.
Yeah.
I love you, Charmy.
I was thinking about throwing a closet at Knave Lord, but it wasn't gonna make the sense. It's just like, you're never gonna see it coming. I was like, the closet, like, you know, it was being homophobic on Maine.
Yeah, just drop a house on the Knave Lord. It's like the Wicked Witch of the West. It's
wicked, you know? Yeah, exactly.
They'll never see it coming.
They won't. That other lady didn't.
I appreciate all of you.
So you guys continue your chats. You cook some fish on the beach. Flirt, have fun, talk about your training. Is there anything else that anybody would like to do tonight, or anything else for this scene that the two of you would like to do?
I'm good and happy.
Yeah? Anybody else? All right. I think this is a really good stopping point. We had some emotional moments. We had some funny moments. We've had some goofy shit. We've had a little bit of flirting. We got a little bit of everything today. Minus, like, I guess, action, which is fine. We prefer that anyway, I think, as a group. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Thank you to my lovely players. As always, love you guys. Alyssa, when you're watching this back, we love you. We miss you. We'll talk to you in Discord probably within the next 10 minutes. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. And we... let me double-check our schedule. Are we on next week? I think we are scheduled to be on...
I will not
we're
be
on
here.
A maybe. Right now, it's maybe on next week.
We may not play. We might play next week. We might not. We've had some scheduling conflicts come up. Sorry guys, you're the fire horse is kicking a lot of our asses right now, scheduling wise especially. Several of us have been sick a bunch. I wasn't feeling well one of the days that we canceled. It's been a weird year so far, but stick with us. Thank you for your patience. Thanks for showing up when we are here. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye everybody.
Bye.
Yeah, I hit the wrong button. There we go.